Over a year ago, I purchased the hooks to make a coat rack in behind my living room door, my front door, and I've yet to make one, so no time like the present. Let's make a coat rack, but first I need to figure out my spaces, so let's draw the walls really quick. R for rectangle, the distance this way doesn't matter, but the distance left and right, I do have a specific distance. So I'll draw my rectangle. First dimension is the longer of the two. Let's go with 33, comma, enter. P for push-pull. Let's go up 96 inches for an 8-foot wall. This particular wall is more than that, but that's all I need. It doesn't really matter. And let's grab this line. M for move. Control brings up copy, and let's push this up 83.5, enter. So basically, there's a doorway right here. So this is the outside measurement of my molding, the door trim. This is the actual wall space that there is. Spacebar, triple click, G for component, enter. And let's go with gray because my wall is painted gray. Q for rotate, and I'm going to rotate another one of these along the blue plane. Control brings up copy, and let's rotate this 90 degrees, enter. Because I have my front door coming in here, and then this is going into the hallway, and then this is the space that I want. But this is only about 10 inches. So let's right click and say make unique. You are no longer a copy of this one. Let's double click to edit the part. Grab all of this, M for move, and let's move this to the wall. Move this constraining to the right axis to the wall, and then move it out 8 inches, enter. I think I got 8 inches there, maybe 10 inches, but anyway, that is an accurate representation of the wall in my house in which this project will be located. So let's start drawing it. This is, 33 inches. Let's go 2 inches less than that, so R for rectangle, let's go this way. The dimensions say the smaller one is the first dimension, so 0.75, comma 31, enter. P for push-pull, and let's pull this out 6 inches, enter. Spacebar, triple click, G for component, enter. This is the top shelf. Let's throw some color on it. And I want to center this on the wall. It's 2 inches shy of the full width here. So M for move, and let's move it in 1 inch, enter. Down from that, I'm going to have 2 vertical side pieces. So R for rectangle, and I'm just going to draw one right here. The dimensions say that the first one is the thickness, so go 0.75, comma, enter. P for push-pull. I'm not entirely sure on the full distance here, so let's just go with 10, enter. Spacebar, triple click. Ooh, I want an overhang in the front, so let's back up a second. Let's click on this face, P for push-pull, and let's push this in, 0.5, enter. Now, spacebar, triple click, G for component, enter. M for move, and let's move this in 1 inch, enter, for a 1 inch overhang. Same thing on this side, so M for move, control brings up copy. Holding shift to constrain to the red axis once it is highlighted, and drop it off on the far right side, then move it in 1 inch, enter. Let's go with the next color here, which is yellow. Drop yellow on these 2 parts. Now, I've already looked through Google Images and figured out what I like, what I don't like. I'm kind of going for mission style here, so let's draw the top back rail, R for rectangle. And the first dimension is the longer of the two, so let's go 1.5, comma 0.75, enter. P for push-pull. Let's pull this all the way over to this inside face on this piece over here. Spacebar, triple click, G for component, enter. It is a new part, so it gets a new color. Green is next. And let's go with the second rail. There's going to be another rail with a bunch of styles in between. So M for move, control brings up copy. Let's copy one right down there, and then move it again. 4 inches, enter. So there's going to be 4 inch rails. Now this one's going to be a different size than this one. I've already determined that this needs to be 5 inches for the hooks that I've already got purchased. So let's right click and say make unique. You are no longer a copy of this one. And let's drop a different color on it. That's fine. Spacebar, triple click, or spacebar, double click to edit the part. P for push pull, and it's already 1.5, and I want to go 5, so 3.5, enter. That's a 5-inch board. This needs to be longer on the sides. So let's double click that at this part, grab this bottom face, P for push pull. Let's push it down to the bottom and then add another 0.5, enter. And let's go a little bit longer than that. Let's go with 1 inch, enter. So now it's a full 1 inch below. This is a full 1 inch below. There we go. So I'll still modify the sides, but I think that's going to be the accurate length. Let's work on these rails to go in between. R for rectangle, and I'm just going to copy this shape here. The first dimension is the longer of the two, so let's type in 1.25, enter. P4 push pull, and let's pull this down to here, to this edge. Spacebar, triple click, G4 component, enter. And this is a different color. Let's go with purple. So that's 1 1/4, and I want even size spacing in between. So M for move, Control brings up copy. 1 1/4 plus another 1 1/4, that's 2.5, enter. X10 to multiply it by 10, that's too many. X9, that's too many. X8, that looks about right. D for dimension, what do I have right here? D for dimension is a custom keyboard shortcut I set up, by the way. We've got 6 1/4, half of 6 1/4 is 3 1/8. So let's use a window to select all of these. M for move. Use a window to select all those. M for move, there we go. This direction, 3.125, enter. And now this distance should be the same as this distance. It is, those are perfectly centered. So let's work on these shapes. These need to be shaped somehow. This is all arbitrary. You can do whatever you want here, but let's double click that at the part. T for tape measure, and I'm just gonna go with a long swooping curve. So let's go down 1 inch, enter. Let's go this way by 0.5. What does that give me? That gives me 4 1/4. T for tape measure, let's go more than that 4 1/4. Let's go 5.25, 5 1/4. So this is the arc shape that I'm going to get, and this is the straight line. L for line, let's go up here. A for arc, starting here, ending here, and I can drag until it's tangent at vertex. That means it's a perfect transition from the straight line into here. That's what I want. P4 push pull. Let's push this way and delete it. Spacebar to select all of these hidden lines, or guidelines I should say. Delete those, click to get out of the part. And I like that. Simple, yet elegant. The joinery, totally up to you. Whatever you want to do. You can use dowel joints, you can use whatever. But something I will share about this, let's go ahead and hide this side piece. I'm probably going to use floating tenons. It's quick and easy for me. But if you have, if you can do tongue and groove joinery on the table saw, then you can do a groove here, and then just use a typical tongue and groove joint for all of this. These will fit into the top and bottom rails just fine. And then cut some square stock to fill up the groove, and cut a bunch of spacers that will fit in between here. You'll get even spacing. It'll cover all of the grooves, both the top and the bottom, and that should be pretty easy. So there's multiple ways to do everything, obviously. Let's unhide to go back to where we were. I do want these rails to be inset slightly. So let's double click that at the part. P for push pull, and I'm going to push them in 0.125, enter. Just gives it a little bit more look to it, a little bit more depth, which I like. And of course, edge detail can be accomplished however you want as well. Let's make a quick little layout for this, materials list or whatever, figure out what we need to make this project. First, I like this camera angle. I'm just going to make a scene and call this new scene overview. I'm going to zoom out a little bit, grab only the project. M for move, Control brings up copy. Let's copy the whole project over to here. Grab all of this. H for hide, which is a custom keyboard shortcut. And let's go to over here, change the camera to parallel projection. And let's make a new scene called layout. And from here, I'll deconstruct the model and put all of my pieces on a layout diagram, basically. Let's move this piece over here. And this is 6 inches wide, so it can't be on a 1x6. It'll have to be on a 1x8. R for rectangle from this corner. Let's drag in the direction, drop it off. The first dimension is the longer of the two, so let's type in 96, 7.25, which is the size of a 8-foot long 1x8 board. Let's spacebar click the middle, delete it, triple click the outside to select all the model space geometry, G for component, enter. That way I don't modify the shape of this board accidentally. Let's grab this, Q for rotate along the green axis, drop it up 90 degrees, enter. M for move, and let's move it into place. Let's delete the copy of that. It's easier to M for move, Control brings up copy, to copy one side by side than it is to manipulate all that geometry again. Q for rotate, and let's rotate all this 90 degrees, enter. M for move, and let's just grab this one right here and set it into place. Let's grab this, M for move, and it looks like it will fit right up there. All of these, I only need one. There's 9 of them there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 of them. I don't know why I couldn't count that. But anyway, let's move these right here. Q for rotate. Let's go 90 degrees like so. M for move. Move this over to here. Control brings up copy. Set one side by side. X2, enter. All of these. M for move. Control brings up copy. Set them up there. X2, enter. 3 by 3, that's 9 pieces right there. Plenty enough room over here for all of these saw blade curves. Plenty enough room right here and here for all of these saw blade curves. So that's all my pieces. Don't need those. Let's delete them. Let's go to the top-down view. Turn the axis off. And let's right-click and save or update our layout. This isn't the most optimized use of the board. I can obviously take this and rotate it 180 degrees and then move it into place like so. That'll be a little bit more optimized, and then shift all of these down. But that's pretty good. So D for dimension, I'm gonna go ahead and dimension this out. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is just to give me a printable diagram or something that I can take with me into the shop. And the dimensions of all this curved geometry is completely up to you. It doesn't really matter. So let's dimension this out. And some of these dimensions don't really look that great. Like this 1.5, you can't really see. So there's a couple different things you can do. You can change the size of the font here. You can just grab a text leader and then type in 1 1/2 inch wide to make notation of it. Whatever you want to do. Typically what I do is just, once I'm determined that this is the size of the image here in my scene, what I typically do is just double click to edit and then add some spaces to push it off to one side. Quickest and easiest, and when it doesn't really matter as far as looks, all you're interested in is the information, and that's really all you need. So there you go, quick and easy project. This should be, I can't stand scene animations. Let me go back to my model info and uncheck that. There we go. I can't stand the scene transitions. All right. So this is going to be a quick and simple project. I need 5 inches right here for the hooks that I've already purchased. This is going to be painted white to match my trim. I hate painting projects, but it'll be all right. Quick and easy project. Here's the layout. All my dimensions that I need. It's all the information that I need. So thanks for watching. You guys take care. Hope you guys gained something from this, and you have a great day.